What it do, what it do. Welcome to another one over here, Game Chopping TV. Tap in, like, comment, and subscribe because we are chopping this game over here, man. I had to tap into this one real quick, man. I was checking out this little old interview on Vlad TV. He was interviewing Peasy. And he gets to speaking up on like the Detroit rap scene, and then like how Eminem is the GOAT, and how he doesn't seem to get the credit he deserves as far as Detroit, different things like that, and how great of an artist he is, and things like that. And of course Peasy agreed with certain things that he said and stuff, and then did break down that a lot of people in Detroit come from a different walk than him and can't relate to everything that he talking about, the way he delivering it too, and so things like that. And but yeah, but Vlad was just basically speaking on his accomplishments, Eminem accomplishments and things like that, as far as in this rap game, how many records he sold, like the top selling artist type stuff. Interesting. Interesting. But I do have my take on it, what I'm saying, too. But let's get into what I'm talking about. Let's hear what they saying real quick. Let's hear what the man Vlad's saying real quick, man, before we get into it. Fair use, by the way. Fair use. Fair use.
That has continued to drop platinum albums into his 50s consistently.
100%.
Has never really deviated into other, never did fashion, never did sneakers or electronics or liquor, or whatever else. He just kept dropping albums that would go platinum each time. Like Jay-Z drops, but every so often, right? Every 5, 6, 7 years. And he's got other shit going on. Eminem has strictly been rapping, and every few years he drops something that always reacts. It's really kind of hard not to give him that GOAT status, just based on the body of work, the consistency. I can't name someone who's done it bigger than him on this level.
No, he the GOAT.
Real quick, and I speak on that, and I have to say, because it's easy. Let's talk about it. You can't really compare Eminem to other black rappers because it's kind of a handicap situation, an unfair situation. Of course, Eminem is going to be able to do like he's done, because number one, we gotta be honest, he's YT. He's YT, and the thing with YT people is they're very biased people, and so they're going to support him just because he's YT. There are more of YT people. YT people have all of the money and the resources. So you have a lot of YT people. I remember plenty of times where I've asked YT people, hey, do you listen to rap? They say, yeah. Who you listen to? Eminem. Eminem has been a safe way for YT people to be able to say that they listen to rap. You know what I'm saying? Versus the raw black rapper out here, that does, that gives the aura of what rap is. YT people aren't going to feel as safe, supporting him the same way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some will, don't get me wrong, you have those that will, but not as much as a Slim Shady Eminem. You know what I'm saying? I've seen at a football game, they said they was going to play rap music. Bunch of YT people, guess who they play? Eminem. So it's like, now not to say he doesn't have any, he doesn't, like he's not like he can't rap. He knows how to rap, rhyme, and all that stuff, And black people, will give him his props. But YT people are gonna, for the sake of dominance anyway, they're gonna say, oh, he's the best rapper ever. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of black people don't want to hurt nobody's feelings and stuff all the time, so they'll go along with it too. Oh yeah, and oh yeah, he is the GOAT, all that kind of stuff, and it's like, man, come on, like who? I can go along with it because everybody's saying it's easy to get on the bandwagon versus saying, hold on, man, I don't like none of his songs, and and that's how I know, that's how I stand. And I go around people and I don't just see them or hear them playing Eminem. You know what I'm saying? So who is playing it then, right? Well, you know who's playing it. Like I say, and they have the money resources to support him and put him in that position. So it's almost a cheating, thing, because we already know that YT people hold, biasness in them. I was watching a rap battle the other day ago, or boxing match, rap battle, whatever you want to call it. But I was watching a boxing match. This dude was trying to do like public boxing and recording it. Black person and Hispanic dude boxing. When they do the thing of clap your hands for who won, guess who did the clapping for the Hispanic people? I mean, for the Hispanic dude. The Hispanic people, they were clapping. When it was the time for the black people, there was a handful of black people clapping. Then you had some black people scattered off in there with the Hispanic people. I don't know what they were doing. I mean, it's just like the support wasn't there. The same. This is like black people sometimes be too bashful or ashamed to support other black people. You can get right now. You could put a black rapper up against a white rapper or wherever. You could go or boxing or anything. Just say you just do it in the front yard. When it's time to say who won, you'll have black people sitting over here pointing to say that the Hispanic won, even if he just got with them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? One thing I'll say, let it be a crowd full of Hispanics or whites, and then you have about 2 black people. The Hispanics are going to, or the non-blacks are going to root for theirs and say that he won. Anyway, let it be a thing full of blacks and just 2 non-black people. You're going to have some of those black people in the group that's going to look at those 2 non-blacks and feel like they should be a little more fair or a little more or if it's a little sympathy they feel, and they'll sit there and side with the non-blacks, if that just makes sense. I've seen it before. That's one thing about a lot of black people. We won't just be unapologetically for our people like everyone else is in our faces. We'll sit here and just give other people credit and all kind of stuff like that. And then when the thing, so then really, as a black person, you're screwed and stuck because, well, hell, these black people, they're too bashful and ashamed to just stick together and lift you and let you win. So you're not going to win that way. And then the non-black people, none of them are rooting for you at all. And so it's just like, God, I mean, so that's why I say, kind of goes back to, you can't. It's unfair to try to really compare somebody who, no matter how hard he had it as a kid or whatever, once he steps out in the world and even just tries a little bit, he's privileged. You know what I'm saying? He gets privileges. And the people with all the privilege is his fan base. The people, all the privilege, resources and everything, is his fan base against the poor people who really getting it out the mud. It's just no comparison. So that's why it's a cheat. It's a cheat almost. It's a cheat because you don't really have that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's I don't feel like the support and clout that they try to give them is not really there. I just don't feel like it's not really there, because you can't sit here and go play. We're racing, 2 people racing. Somebody gets held back while other person running. Then finally they're let go and they're sitting here running to try to catch up. Then this person wins, and then you say, oh yeah, you can't really just fair and square call him the winner. You see what I'm saying? And that's how I feel about people like Eminem. You know what I'm saying? Trying to give him all this clout. Nah. And he just eats it up. Why wouldn't he, right? White person gaining all this privilege, and even the black people want some of the money, so they're in there rooting it on too and all that. I mean, when it comes down to, a lot of us black people, if it could bring money and we're against it, even if it's against us almost in some cases, you know what I'm saying? Or if it overshadows us, as long as we got a piece of that pie, we don't care who it affected, right? And so that's, like I say, that's why I feel about people like Eminem's careers, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you're the safe guy, you know what I'm saying? You're the safe guy. You're the privileged people, and the people with all the resources support you, and they're going to support you because you're one of them. You may not, you might have had it a little rough because, whoever was on drugs or whatever the hell it was, but if you just want to step away, you see with all the fruits that come with it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, he'll always probably be able to drop platinums because look who's buying it. And they can buy it just for the sake of buying it. Because they got the money to do so. So that's how, like I say, that's how I look. I don't feel like it's a fair and square win when it comes to people like this. You know what I'm saying? We never got this. So how can we compete? You know what I'm saying? Versus people who look like him, who feel safe about indulging with a rapper, and boom, grab him in, like I said, give him this all kind of damn perks. Versus the unsafe, big mean black rapper. Right? Anyway, but that Vlad talking all that, he's not slick to me. I see how he try to crowbar whiteness, YT-ness, or any non-blacks off into this rap game like that. For what he would love, I can see, is that he would love for non-blacks to take over the rap game. He would love that. But we don't let it happen. And we stay on his neck with it. You know what I'm saying? But that's what he would love to happen, And that way you're all relaxed and just everybody's white or just light or whatever. But anyway, man, we'd see right through his nonsense. Even though he's made millions off the culture. You know what I'm saying? But really against the people in the culture. Despise the people in the culture. You hear how he act? Anyway, I could go on and on, man. But it's another one over here, Game Chopping TV, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. Of course, probably if you non-black, you won't agree. But that's what you're supposed to do. That's how white supremacy carries on, by acting like it doesn't exist. You steal something, you act like you didn't. No, you did. Even though you know you did, that's how you're getting away with it, because you're acting like you didn't. Same thing. Cheaters. I just don't feel like it's authentic. When the people who created a system a whole type of way against a certain group of people, one group of people, we can't compete with, you and your supporters like that. You know what I'm saying? And the privileges that are brought to you. We can't compete. And that's just that. Unless going to different avenues. But anyway, I could go on and on. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. It's another one over here, Game Chopping TV. Tap in, like, comment, and subscribe, because we are chopping this game over here, man.